over the Tom Baker story. Tom Baker, very, very well-deserved MBE. I wholeheartedly agree with this. Yeah, a very well-deserved MBE. Here we go. Somebody was voicing concern for. There you go. Somebody was voicing concern for Tom Baker's health the other day, right? From when he did the Christmas message. And yeah, look, this is a very different Tom Baker than we got 10 years ago from the 50th anniversary, right? That was a quite a stocky Tom Baker. This is a very frail, right, and withering Tom Baker. But everyone's allowed to grow old, baby. It happens, right? It happens to the best of us. We're up to Doctor Who star Tom Baker's health. And fan concern as he's made it MBE. Yeah, look, this is the only bit of the honors list that I'm happy. Actually, there was a couple of other ones. There's Alan Titchmarsh, but I think he already had one. And Lloyd Grossman. That was the one that fascinated me, right? Because I always knew him from... yeah, this was Alex Phillips was talking about this on Talk TV, big hot as he always is. So we did a bit of a dive of watching Through the Keyhole. And I remember that, Through the Keyhole. Right, when you would look around a celebrity's house and you have to work out who they were from, where they were. But the thing is, people lived much more modestly back then. It's really fascinating to see. But that was hosted by Lloyd Grossman, as I recall. Doctor Who legend Tom Baker once said he had no intention of dying, but fans are worried about how frail the star looked. I mean, I don't think he looks any more frail than he did a year ago. Right, I think he's been looking I think he's been looking about the same. In fact, I got used to him looking this frail now. Right, he's been looking the same way for a good couple of years. I mean, since COVID, I would say, yeah, it's been a long time. And again, he was much more stocky when he was in the 60th anniversary. Oh, he looks like a foot there. If I remember, okay, you only see pictures. Okay, this is he's lost weight in recent. Why don't they show a picture of him? Wouldn't that tell the bloody story? I don't know. It's just. Yeah, I don't know. But again, he's in one of you, Tom was asked about his lasting legacy. Yeah, one second. It was asked about his lasting legacy, but few. Come on, legacy is after people die, isn't it? Is he out of his mind? No, I have no intention of dying, none at all. God, it was such an effort to come into this world, but it's another story. That's another story. No legacy. It's just Tom Baker being Tom Baker, really, isn't it? I know. Seems like a bit of a silly non-story to me, quite frankly, right? Should we? Yeah, let's go a bit of Joyce the World stuff. Doctor Who writer confirms the story detail added late in the day of Joyce the World. The whole thing didn't seem too thought out to me. Honestly, the absolute confusion about why there's a locked door in everybody's hotel room. And again, it's just like, but we all know it's to the adjoining room. Again, I can't believe it took Disparu to point this out, right? Like, and I was like, what's the problem I had? But I think it was just, it's too massive and obvious a question, right? To just be able to like blank out and ignore. It's too bizarre, right? It's absolutely just too bizarre. I don't know. Okay, the reference to the COVID pandemic wasn't in the very first draft. Well, that's interesting. Now, a lot of people have been a bit miffed about that. Honestly, I think that's Doctor Who doing politics quite well because in the current area. Because look, they think they're being anti-Tory, and they certainly thought they were when they were writing it. 2 years ago, right? But like now, it's anti-Labour, it's anti-WHO, right? It's anti-authority. That's what it is. And so it's got... this is why it's a problem for Doctor Who to be written so far ahead of its broadcast. because Doctor Who it needs to be a very contemporary show for it to be. That's part of its DNA, right? It always should be on the cutting edge, right, of television, right? And like it's so stale when it hits the air, like because it's so woke has gone stale, right? And so it's so stale by the time it hits the air. I mean, I think how would this have gone if this had aired in, I don't know, whatever year that they wrote, like 2022, right? Or like this was made for like 2017. How would this have gone down if instead of Jodie? I don't know. Pretty bad. pretty awful. So it's added in late. I wonder why. Okay, so let's read the story of this. I'm intrigued. Tell me more. Doctor Who's starting to what? Do they want to make what's the name even more sad and pathetic? Which is bizarre. Doctor Who's Stephen Moffat has opened up about how one of the show's story detail in Doctor Who 2020 Christmas Special Joy of the World was added into a later draft. The episode, which was penned by Moffat, blah blah blah, Christmas Day, blah blah blah, 15th Doctor, blah blah blah. In one scene, Joy is told how she lost her mother and revealed that she couldn't be there in person while the awful people parted. Yeah, look. It brought down the gun, but it's always terrible when you give lefty lovers any reason to say they're right. They live to be right, and then their greatest terror is being wrong. That's why they hated Biden, right? Because Biden just proved them all wrong. That's probably why they don't like Harris. No, they're still in denial about Harris. Well, all people barred it appeared to be a reference to the Partygate scandal during the pandemic. Speaking about the party looks so lame. It looks so lame, and it was so dumb as well. I love Labour acting like they're above this. Labour are the worst. Speaking about the inclusion of the story, Moffat told the Hollywood Reporter, "It was just looking for a reason and means to something to why somebody's sad on Christmas Day. I've heard that version of the story so many times." Yeah, me too. I don't think there's anyone who doesn't know somebody who has a story like that. Or okay, yeah. Now you're making a good point, Steve. You're not pointing out you don't know what an adjoining room is because you only just use a hotel for, like, I don't know, business and fucking, I guess. It's a piece of our history. Reason it defined us. Yeah, no, I agree with you. So if someone's going to be angry at Christmas Day, why not that? Okay, good writing instinct, right? And that was a good reason. The first thing that came to mind, why would you be angry on Christmas Day? I think it was something else in the very first show. I can't remember what. And then I was sitting there thinking, why would I be angry on Christmas Day? I thought, OMG, that's it. And once you thought of that, you're not going to leave it behind. That's why you'll be angry. I thought that was one thing that worked in the story. If you don't know, right, Joy is a lonely fat cunt, right, who doesn't have any friends, and tries to make friends with a fly when they walk in. By the way, there was another really weird thing happened. I thought I missed the plot point, but like, you've seen the clip where the alien turns up, right? Where the Silurian turns up. Yeah, I'll show you the bit. Hang on. Okay. I lost the video file. That's what I'm looking for. Doink. Thinking about it. Joyce the World. But I was watching Sherlock, what the season 4, which wasn't people's favorites, right? And I sort of watching this goes, oh, that's why people love this show. It's freaking awesome, right? It was fantastic. Okay, shoot it go. Fuck off. Yeah, he's turning up to still some milk on a cup that's bigger on the inside. He just doesn't work as a doctor. I'm sorry. The bloke he was talking to would work better as a doctor. Hang on. Okay, yeah, this is it. Right. Toasty latte. So then the woman around the hotel just shows up. So I thought she was mesmerized or something. No, this is just a plot point they don't answer. Look at this.
Who are you then?
I'm Joy.
Joy, top name Joy.
Can someone please tell me what is going on?
Well.
Why is there a lizard man in my room? I'm so sorry. This has never happened before.
Question.
And that's the entire answer. Elizabeth, I'm so sorry. This has never happened before. What? That's it? That's the entire answer? She's not like, holy shit, there's a lizard man. Right? I don't know. It's just weird. But having said that, I thought the cancer storyline was good, right? Doctor Stephen wanted to use a return to the time hotel. Stephen, it wasn't that great an idea. Okay, the problem is you don't know why they have adjoining rooms. You're a weirdo, mate. That's really the bottom line. You're just a weirdo. If you don't know why they have adjoining rooms, you are a weirdo. What's weird is nobody on your staff knows why they have adjoining rooms, right? That's really weird. That's weird and creepy. But like, doesn't Stephen Moffat have kids? I don't understand. Maybe he never went on vacation with them. Listen, I just got to assume everybody working in the entertainment industry is some sick weirdo somehow. So look, Stephen, it's not such a fantastic idea. I'm sorry, mate. It just isn't such a fantastic idea. And like, yeah, it's really evidence that when they open the door and the Time Hotel isn't like connected, it's just a brick wall. Why shouldn't it just be to the adjoining room? It really is weird how they didn't understand that, right? It really is bizarre. Oh, she looks so fucking stupid in season 2. Again, I think we got 8 episodes. Well, 7. He's not in one of them. Of this Doctor to have to crawl through. Oh, fuck me. Oh, we might have to deal with it for 5 months, I reckon. So that'd be good. I don't know. I think maybe 4. The 3 or 4. All right, what's it? So, I can't get rid of this. Oh, it's better. I can't imagine the Doctor being able to resist going there. Okay. Doctor Zoom teased that the Time Hotels for the show's 2024 question could revisit in future episodes. The venue acted as a key plot device of Joy to the World, which was penned by former showrunner Moffat. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. 15th Doctor, blah, blah, blah. Recent interview with Hollywood Reporter. He's been talking a lot with him, I guess. A spin-off, you could do a spin-off. You could do a spin-off for that, Stephen. Davis responded. That's a show, isn't it? I mean, that's Mr. Ben for a new generation. Well, give him a try with Mr. Ben. They'll probably like that. Honestly, yeah, I bet you can put Mr. Ben on TikTok and it'll do well. That's a really interesting idea. I bet it would do well. Man, I really do. It's really freaky. You can absolutely bring the Time Hotel back. I can't imagine the Doctor being able to resist going there. Oh, please, could you? Chris also saw Derry Girl's star. I thought she was Bridgerton's star. That's how they called her now. Nicola Coughlan make her Doctor Who debut. She appeared as the titular character Joy and assisted the Time Lord in his efforts in stopping Villain Guard. And why? Okay, Stephen, you work exclusively for the most evil corporations in the world. Maybe you shouldn't talk about how evil corporations are, right? You work for the BBC and Apple. For fuck's sake. I mean, like, no one's holding a gun saying you must work for these quasi-fascist organizations, right? But you do. I don't tell you. The Christmas also Derry blah 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 Joy. Speaking on Doctor Unleashed, Moffat also revealed the poignant Christmas special line that was almost out from the episode. The pointing to the Joy's sadness can be in how much she smiles. Joy is the kind of person, you know how sad it is when often they smile. Really sad people are always putting up a front. They're always smiling through it. Yeah, okay, whatever. Yet we know. But it was so nice if you could have led her to be like a fulfilled, happy person rather than a fat cunt who had a star, right? And then canonize Jesus somehow. There's a line in the script which nearly fell out, and I'm glad it stayed in. Have you seen your smile like a lid on a boiling pot? You're angry, you're sad, and you're ready to fight. Yeah, and again, and that fact that she went nowhere, I felt it was kind of tragic. I don't want to be someone who looks sad. You see sadness in the eyes. Yeah, okay, Stephen, this isn't as subtle as you think it is, darling. Right? This is not some subtle subtext we couldn't see through. Right? Spiritual undercurrent. What's this one? Yeah, look at this. Doctor Who got praise the spiritual undercurrent in Christmas special. Is there a spiritual undercurrent in it? Yes, there is. Yeah, actually, there is. Here's the thing. It's hard to believe you're not trying to be offensive to Christians, right? It's hard to try and believe that because you hate Christians with every fiber of your being, right? That's what your side is, right? You absolutely hate Christians. You hate Christians. You hate Christianity. You hate everything about it, right? You're just filled with venom and hate for it and Christian values, right? So in a previous time, when you had, Joy becoming the star that the wise men followed, that would have been a cute little wink, from the Doctor Who to the, the biblical Christmas universe. Like it would be a kiss to it. Now it feels like an insult, even if it was trying to be nice, right? Because I know you can't be from a culture that absolutely hates something and then pretend your every word about it isn't hateful. But maybe even if it wasn't in this case, right? But yes, have a look. Stephen Moffat. Let me guess, he's not the Hollywood Reporter. Unleashed says, this script I've enjoyed so much. I enjoyed the script. Stephen Moffat back doing what he does best. There's a kind of spiritual undercurrent to his scripts, which is really powerful and interesting to have in a sci-fi script. No, most sci-fi scripts have that sort of thing. Gower didn't get specific about the moments in the episode. There are a few spiritual scenes. Well, again, Joy does eat a star and then becomes the North Star that like sucks up her mother or something. I don't know. And mention of an afterlife with Joy embracing becoming one with the star at the end of the special. When it's being revealed, there was that was the fact the star of Bethlehem. Again, yeah. So I feel that was offensive to Christians, and I can't speak for Christians because being a bit Jewy. Right, I feel it'll be a bit out of order for me to talk for them, but it feels like you're taking the piss, right? Speaking to Nerdist, at the time of the episode's release, Moffat said, "I don't have one, but Doctor is interesting when it. I don't have one, but Doctor is interesting when it comes to faith because he's always, as he was in the time of Angels with Father Octavian, quite disparaging of it. Except he's got faith in so many things. He has faith there's order in the universe, that there's truth and beauty, and the same thing. I mean, yeah, look, he wrote all those great speeches, especially the one with Capaldi. All right, when he's trying to talk the two bastards into turning around, right, and being good. Yeah. He has faith. He has faith in all the things. So when he disparages faith, he's a complete hypocrite. Yeah, I know. But the thing is, Stephen, again, your society that you're coming from has is engaged currently in an all-out hateful war with traditional religion. So it's hard to sell that this isn't you dissing traditional religion. It seems very much exactly what you're doing, right? Don't know what to tell you, mate. Do not know what to tell you, other than it's even if you're telling the truth, which I don't know you are. Okay, because it's interesting the subject. He loves Monday, of course. He's actually respects her faith. But I'm worried when people ask why faith is part of the episode, they think I'm disparaging. I'm not disparaging it at all. well, it seems to be you are. It seems to be that you're trying to remove faith and replace it with a new faith, right? Yeah. Yes, is there anything like sci-fi? Is there any more Doctor Who stuff there? No, fine. So there's one more thing that, this has rubbed people up the wrong way massively. That they very much intimated that the war chief in the war game, again, the colorization is so good, is the master. They intimated by putting on the modern master music when they saw each other. And for me, people are really fucked off with it. For me, it doesn't matter at all, right? It really genuinely doesn't matter at all. I kind of, I don't even mind putting the modern master music on. I want people, like, I would love people who have only watched modern Doctor Who to like watch classic Doctor Who. That I like that gateway to be open, but like, was this a bridge too far? I really don't know. For me, it actually wasn't. But I could see why people are pissed off. All right, imagine the mask. Wait a minute. Yeah, come back here. I just lost my spot. Doctor Producer on War Chief. Imagine that it's the master, and it becomes even more epic. Well, that's why it's been a thing, right? That's exactly why. So the war games in color lent into a popular fan theory. I mean, a lot of it leans into fan theory, but really, they should have just done Tomb of the Cybermen. The entire thing was just unintelligible. Yeah, let's see if I can pull up the clip where you see the master, right, where they play the master music. Where is it? Oh, I don't even know where I put it now. Did I put it in the Doctor Who folder? I can't imagine I put it in the Doctor Who folder. Where did it go? I don't have to go. If I have to go look for it, forget it. Maybe it's in the Doctor Who folder. Maybe I got that efficient. No. Hang on. Did I have a clip of it over here? Hang on. I got a folder thing. Should we? Oh, here it is. Let's have a look. See if it's in here. No. That's annoying. War games. No, I can't even find my copy. Anyway, they play the master music. Fine. You know, I guess we didn't need that visual aid. Right. The recent special edition of the classic of the war games hinted at a major reveal appearing that to confirm the long held fan theory. Well, it doesn't confirm it because it's not really canon. This is like fanfic. And the chosen producer Phil Coulson has expanded on why this decision was made. Wargame first aired in 1969, featured a villain's character known as the War Chief, played by Edward Brayshaw, and he is he's pretty exact. He's very mastery, right? Yes, he is. Although Doctor Who villain the Master wouldn't officially appear in the series until 2 years later, debuting in Terror of the Autons, many fans have speculated the War Chief might be an early incarnation or a later. No, earlier. The War Games in Color re-edit of the serial features a new colorized visuals, a new soundtrack appeared to take credence for it, incorporating Murray Gold's Master music theme with the Master into scenes featuring the War Chief. In my head, the War Chief has always been the Master, and we've let into that. I mean, they didn't like completely confirm that, but they pretty much did. We got Murray Gold and W. Simpson master things under some of those big confrontations he has with Patrick Troughton. Again, that's really got people upset. But I don't mind that at all, right? It's just brilliant. But when you imagine the Doctor's master becomes more epic, I agree. You end up investing in it so much. What you would do if you could follow it, it's just dizzying. All right, the whole thing, it just doesn't breathe. The potential of being the war chief and the master has been previously addressed in various spin-off media, with various stories either confirming or quashing the idea. With so many different terms, including the new version of the war games, the whole thing remains ambiguous and able for people to make up their own minds. Which I kind of agree with that, right? I do kind of. I mean, I don't know. It's not like so obvious, but you see you hear a regeneration. It's the master music. It pretty much confirms it. I mean, it's kind of weird if it doesn't. The latest season of Doctor will air on BBC One UK Disney Plus in 2025. Trailer release, blah blah blah. Trailer was very unimpressive, right? I hate to say it, very unimpressive. Oh, new Doctor Who magazine out on Thursday. Oh, yeah, the new SFX came out. I don't think I'll go with that now, though. Right? It's a multiverse Doctor, not the real Doctor in the War Games in color. Yeah, I agree. I just wish the colorization wasn't that Super John. I just wish the colorization wasn't so freaking good. The colorization was fantastic, right? The Chief is desperate, out of the depth, and completely subservient to the Warlord. You can't equate him with a master, but he always gets. That's the basic plot of the master. Oh, I'm going to work with this supervillain. It's out of control. Oh no, what am I going to do? I better get the Doctor help. Right? That was the plot of every master story, pretty much, for the first several years of the master. He always did that. That was like a master thing to do. I know. But yeah, look, this has got people's back up, along with pretty much everything else they're doing. It has not been a good year for Doctor Who. Let's be fair. It has not been a good year for Doctor Who. By the way, if you haven't checked out the stream I do on Dan's channel on Type 40, is it on Type 40 or is it? No, it's on Facebook, right? On Saturday nights at 8:00. It's good. It's a really good one. It's a fun chat, right? It's a strong recommend. It's not even my channel, right? William Shatner joked that Doctor Who is an intergalactic troublemaker, and guess what? He's absolutely right. The Doctor brings chaos. Let me think about that for a minute. Does the Doctor bring chaos? I think the Doctor's not afraid of chaos, but I think he brings order through chaos, right? He's a disruptor, right? He's a disruptor of evil. Anyway, let's see what they've got to say. This is written by Addy Tantamith. Oh man, so woke. Doctor Who versus Star Trek has long been there's long been a bit of rivalry between the respective fan bases because fandom, like any other tribe, these antagonists. Well, the antagonists we have nowadays is toxic fandom, who calls everybody who isn't them toxic fandom, right? I always thought the idea for a Star Trek Doctor Who crossover would really work somehow. And they had a great idea, but it was never developed properly in the comic books. It was by people who are really bad writers. Tipton is their last name, right? And it was a comic book, and it was with Matt Smith. But they did it. They had like a flashback episode where it was Matt Smith and the Cybermen with Star Trek versus the Borg, and then they flash back to was it Revenge of the Cybermen versus Tom Baker's Doctor, right? So I thought that and it was had William Shatner in. They went from Next Generation to original series, but those sort of touches were very good. But generally speaking, again, yeah, I do like the idea. They are very, very different, Star Trek and Doctor Who, in their core DNA, because everyone in Star Trek is the bestest of the best ever, right? Only the bestest can get on the Enterprise, right? Doctor Who couldn't really care about academia or he cares about right and wrong. Okay, fine. Now Captain Kirk himself has weighed in. William Shatner, in a tongue-in-cheek trolly mood, tweeted hilariously, Doctor Who is an intergalactic troublemaker. You know what? He's right. I guess I can go along with that. I mean, although why they got a picture shooting out with there who is so not Doctor Who? Oh, man. Honestly, it was doing badly, but Empire of Death just killed it, right? Just absolutely killed it, stone dead. It's so bad, right? It was like, firstly, the legend. There was no Legend of Ruby Sunday. I mean, like, it was such an anticlimax. But okay, fine. So that's what Shatner's been tweeting out. Think about it. Doctor is an anarchist and an agent of chaos. Not really, no. I don't think so. I mean, chaos is better than evil, right? But I wouldn't say Doctor's an agent of chaos. Agent of change, maybe, right? I mean, look at Face of Evil, probably one of my favorite stories. That was when he brought order to chaos, right? It was. I don't go along with that. Like Happiness Patrol, no, it brings order to chaos, right? I don't know. I don't know. But you know, like woke weirdos like Eddie Tadman, their values are completely inverted, right? Like we see that in England, we see that everywhere now. That what's it called again? Criminals are treated like virtuous, and innocent people are treated like criminals, right? Where we're up to. Where was it? Granted, it's Starfleet is about order. Granted, it's progressive and benign, and the Doctor will probably approve of the principles, but probably disapprove of their rigidity and their covert tactics. Well, that's something that only came around in the last few years. I mean, like, it was a side element in Deep Space Nine that fitted into the overall war storyline with the Dominion, but it's not Star Trek at all. And like Alex Kurtzman's run with it is just fucking idiot. I mean, oh god! I mean, you want to hold two pieces of bread on either side of his head and say you are an idiot sandwich. Oh, he is. He's such an idiot. Doctor's all for the Federation's all about orderly government and cooperation. The Doctor's all about cooperation, and if the government isn't, if the government is a dictatorship, yeah, they'll generally leave each other alone. But if they dictate anything dark and nasty and it's under dictating, the Doctor will mess that shit up and so. Yeah, but that wasn't there before this current era, right? It's just like, and when it was there, right, in the Conspiracy, right? Remember that one when you had a conspiracy within the Federation and these aliens had taken over a bunch of people. That was really shocking, right? Now it's just like a Wednesday. It's they've significantly hurt it, and just the same way. I think one of the big failings of the Cult Urban Judge Dredd movies, they had a bunch of corrupt judges go after Dredd. I hated that. Right, I don't know. If you want to see judges be corrupt, then I don't know. I would go for something more like the Judge Dredd story, The Pit, which is excellent. Right, where Dredd becomes the sector chief in this. Was it Sector 31 or 61 or something like that? Where this failing sector, right? And so Dredd's put in charge, and you get to the inside lives of everyday judges, which I thought was really, really cool. Anyway, if you haven't read Judge Dredd, you know what I'm talking about. And then Hope in the TARDIS and continue. Hop in the TARDIS. I think you meant hop in the car, not Hope in the TARDIS. Leaving everyone behind to clean up the mess. As for Kirk or any Starfleet captain is concerned, they might be a Q. The Doctor is capable of destroying Starfleet, the Klingon Empire, the Borg, probably in one afternoon without firing a gun at anyone. I don't like the Doctor's built up to be this huge thing, right? I really don't. Probably one afternoon without firing a gun. Hell, they'll probably use a sonic screwdriver to completely hack and scratch. Yeah, again, I think the Doctor could probably come out on top with the Borg. Let's see the full tweet. Is there anything? That was really it. Hang on. He's wrong, says William Shatner. Yeah, but what if he's right? Okay. Where was it? So when you think about the Doctor and Star Trek are science fiction series with diametrically opposite viewpoints, well, kind of. Like I would say the Starfleet people are quite a bit weaker, right? Because they've got to be the best of the best of the best, right? And recognize as that. Otherwise, it's all bad. When you think about Doctor and Star Trek as our granted they share a progressive, inclusive viewpoint. Well, they used to. Now they include. Now they have a evil fascist viewpoint, right? Because of wokeness. Wokeness is evil fascism. It's everything it claims to hate. It is racism. All right. But after that, they differ wildly. Star Trek may be considered to be the more mature franchise since it's a product of the 1960s Kennedy-era optimism. But Doctor Who's older. Okay, whatever, mate. I mean, Doctor Who's what? 3 years older? And has been on longer? And whatever. And that Kennedy-era optimism's coming back to America very soon, as long as it's not destroyed by these weird orbs flying around. It's going to be offshoot of American soft power propaganda. Doctor Who is mainly a kids' show that set out to teach children about their history and science through entertainment. No! In fact, they kind of dropped that pretty early on. Even the Daleks came along, the second story. I mean, really? I mean, third, I guess. Because the Daleks make everything better. Well, again, the Daleks was very contemporary, right? Nuclear mutation. Yeah. The most interesting part of the celebration of the British eccentricity, anarchy and rebelliousness. Just how many government and empires the Doctor has brought down in the last 6 years. The show is as beloved as worldwide Star Trek. But yeah, everybody hates it now. Even current Doctor Who showrunner said the Doctor will be a last-minute Starfleet recruit. There'll be this crazy idiot who would be lucky to be a janitor on the USS Starship before getting kicked out. David's an unabashed fan of both Doctors. We all are, right? That's why we all hate Doctor and Star Trek for the last 7 years, right? Why not like both? Fandom toxicity diffused. I don't think so, because you are literally toxic fandom. You are like toxic fandom 101. So this is what I've been wanting to get to for a while. Stephen Moffat and Ralph Steve Davis discuss the impact on AI on the creative industries before Doctor Who Christmas special. I think it's going to hurt the creative industries. I think it's going to massively help creation. Here, check this out. Daryl Joyce put out that wonderful Genesis of the Daleks AI trailer from his artwork. Check, he just did one for the Talons of Weng Chiang. The Dalek, when the what's it called? The Genesis of the Dalek one immediately felt much more like Genesis of the Dalek. This doesn't feel that much like what's it called again? This doesn't feel that much like Talons of Weng Chiang as yet. I just saw it. Graham J is here, and says looking forward to the new colorized version of Wargames. Actually, Graham, so am I. I have to tell you, I was initially very, very, not receptive to it. And now I've really warmed up to it a lot, right? I'm really quite excited for it. I hope it's good. I was very burnt with the Daleks, right? But I'm actually really looking forward to it. I agree with you. Hey, Daryl, so for us to be Sherlock Holmes, mate. Oh, that theatre, pretty darn cool.
Stylish girl, you see, belle of good society.
That was cool, right? With the Lee Sen Chang poster. I was a bit Mr. Sin. Well, that's good. That is good. Nagus drill going. The doctor. That's good. That was excellent. When can we make our own bloody Doctor Who using this stuff? Yeah, okay. It's getting in a good spot now. Again, it's not there yet, but I love this. What is this? This is a AI Challenge and Wen Chang trailer by Doctor Who artist Daryl Joyce, where he put his stuff into a AI motion generator, and he created this. They should have had Wen Chang, right? He was good at ranting, and this had that over the voice over there. It's the same. So, okay, I think AI has got so much scope. I mean, added on to that, they're releasing The Savages next month. Oh, is it next month? No, March, I think. And almost certainly, there's got like, have you seen the stuff that Ian Levine's doing? It's excellent, right? Again, where I think it fails is it's not is in its general motion, right? If the close-up motion, it's very good. Rabbi, would you make an AI Doctor Who when the tech? Yes, absolutely, it would. Which would allow? Which Doctor would it be? That's a good question. I don't know. I think I'll do my own Doctor, frankly. Yeah, I think I would do my own Doctor. I would probably do original fiction first, right? I'll do some kind of I'll do some kind of crossover between Buck Rogers and Dan Dare. Right? I'd have a World War II Spitfire pilot get caught in some kind of time stream, ends up in the future, and it's a very Dan Dare-ish future, right? And he's fighting against the trains. That's the sort of thing I would do. I would almost certainly do original fiction. Yeah, but I'll probably do my own Doctor Who. Like I might do an Edward Woodward starring adaptation of the demons, like the demons, like a. Carry on from the Peter Cushing movies, maybe something like that. You know what? I would probably do a Peter Cushing movie Christmas special, and if I could, I'd have Mark Gatiss play that Doctor. Okay. Stephen Rossi Davis discussing the impact on AI on Korea doing this was before the Doctor Who Christmas special. One of the masterminds of Doctor Who has warned that AI content is used for creative purposes. The worse its output will be because it eats own down. Now, I do agree with AI writing. I think it's. I don't think that I'm not going to say I don't think that could ever put it together. 2 Russian tankers sink in the Black Sea, spilling 43 tons of oil. Yeah, that wasn't an accident. That was not an accident, blimey. Yeah, I mean, again, I agree with them writing. I think I don't think AI can write shitty sitcoms, right, and shitty TV shows, and because AI could write Discovery, Star Trek Discovery easily. They could probably write this era of Doctor Who easily. They could write Jodie Whittaker, but they couldn't write anything good, right? It's not yet. I mean, I'm like, where does that spark of inspiration come from? I don't know. It's interesting. I think they probably could have, and then not too far away. Ahead of its own Doctor Who Christmas special, eagerly awaited by fans. No, it's not. as the centerpiece of BB1's schedule. No, Wallace and Gromit is. This is hiding behind Wallace and Gromit's skirts. Stephen Moss made comments and discussion with fellow showman Rusty Davis. Human beings are amazingly cheap. We're knocking out human beings every day. And unlike anything else in history, the more we use it, the less good it is. More told Radio Jones, because more content that is out there produced by AI, the more it absorbs its own content and eats its own tail. Well, again, that's true. But I mean, I found for art creation, it's really great, right? It's really good. Davis was responsible for the Modern Revival in 2005 and Return to Showrun in 2022 and fucked it up royally. Really genuinely fucked it up royally, right? Amazingly. I had wondered whether AI would replace screenwriters. Well, that's only possible now because screenwriting's so poor, right? I mean, look at what's that? That's what's that one? Rogue, right? Rogue was shit. Every episode this year was shit. I'm sorry, right? Oh, you're telling me AI couldn't write something better than Orphan 55? Or AI could have... Yeah, no, if the bar is so incredibly low, yes, AI can come and fix it. But the bar's so incredibly low because you professionals have just pissed everything up the wall, right? He replied to him and said, television has been run on those principles for a very long time. You just described how most networks work. What's that? Most networks. What principle? Oh, eating its own tail. Yeah, but when it goes through a human brain, it becomes better, right? It becomes original, hopefully. Doctor Who's Christmas special, due to broadcast at tea time on Christmas Day, has become a mainstay of the BBC schedule. Jim was out. Titled Joy to the World, or Joy to the World. It guest stars Derry Girl's actress, maybe, Nicola Coughlan. You know how we know that Nicola Coughlan doesn't have a penis? Because women have got penises. That's just normal now. It's because they said actor instead of actress. Who checks in a London hotel in 2021, only find it contains a secret doorway to a time hotel where she discovers the Doctor, played by Ncuti Gatwa. Okay. She does Ncuti Gatwa, in other words. In exchange with the pair, Moffat said, I absolutely adore Christmas. Oh, me too. I can't start early enough for me. It's so hard not to put up the decorations. It's getting close, right? We do a great Christmas party the day before Christmas Eve where all our friends come around. I remember once, my parents used to do these huge Christmas parties. That's maybe why I love it. We had a Christmas tree. It was on Christmas Day. I remember once, I don't know why this happened, but David Tennant turned up at Christmas because he's a lovey. Oh, God. So he could be David Tennant. Dressed as an elf. Oh, it sounds like him. It's because Georgia told him to. No one else was invented. He's wandered around like an elf. Davis replied that he normally missed the Doctor Who Christmas special and had to catch up later. We swap Christmases between my sisters. I don't ever cook. We have a big proper family Christmas dinner. I like that about Russell Lee Davis. We normally miss the Doctor Who Christmas special, to be honest. I'll watch it at midnight. Yeah, Russell, you're the only one who liked the midnight access. So look. Is their job imperiled by AI? I don't think so, right? I do not think so. I think, but I think, lesser shows, certainly. Again, you're telling me you can't use AI to make these shitty sitcoms, like New Adventures of Old Christine, right? Like they're all awful. Let's see what's going on at Screen Rant. Screen Rant, Doctor Who. It says Doctor Who, 50th Doctor and his new companion dynamic in 2020 Christmas was teased by Nicola Coughlan. We've basically seen it. Who comes to life in terrifying cosplay. I bet it's not that terrifying. I bet it's good, but yeah, okay, well, we got to look at it on Instagram, apparently. It's okay. It's not. I mean, yeah, but I can tell it's not real. So, okay, whatever. That wasn't worth the trouble of looking at it. Oh, boy, that reminds me. I wanted to look at this as well. Big Finish. They just released the cover for the new River Song box set, and it couldn't make me less interested, right? I really genuinely could not be less interested. Oh, it always takes so long to open up. Always. No idea what's going on filming the upcoming Christmas Doctor Christmas. We know. The Savages teaser animation trailer. I think it's a I'm buying it, but I'm probably rebuying it in a few years. Being about Doctor Who Return rule is disappointing, but I'm not buying it. You should do. I think I think it's like Christopher Eccles' Doctor Who Return. That it's like if you had a different production team. I think he was really fucked off to be fired, right? And I think that's what went down. Oh God! Don't buy the robots. Unless you have trouble sleeping, right? Then it might be for you. There we go. Here it is. This box set is called Ace and Tegan, and I can't think of how do you make Ace and Tegan even worse? You mix them in with River Song. Oh, it sounds agonizing, right? The dream team of Alex Gill and Janet Fielding and Sophie Aldred assembled for the death and life of River Song. Ace and Tegan, brand new. I mean, I think this one will probably sell quite well, right? But I don't know. They both seem to be kind of like batty old ladies now, frankly. Like Janet was like, I remember Janet was all like bullshit about Jodie Whittaker. Said, I just wish you people who didn't like it would shut up because the rest of us want to move on. No. You convinced yourself you were the majority when you were the tiny minority. Right? And frankly, seeing older Ace in, I thought she was good in Power of the Doctor. Pretty much everything was good apart from the script, which was the best one they did in Power of the Doctor, and Jodie Whittaker. Right? In 2010 Doctor Who TV special, The Power of the Doctor, wow, 2 years ago now, the Time Lord reunited with two companions, Janet Fielding and Sophie Aldred. Only those things were really sold by when they interacted with their doctors, right? That was really good. It was clear these two were already firm friends, and how did that friendship begin? The answer involves a certain 51st century archaeologist. It's a chapter of Doctor Who I'm not interested in. Ace and Tegan had been plucked from the 21st century and stranded in 1860, but hers response to a wise River Song mixing in the 19th century society too. Again, whenever they do 19th century society, or like it's just normally bad. Somebody is out to eliminate all three of them. Oh, you get my blessing. And Ace and Tegan realize this may not be their first meeting with River. Their lives are entangled, and to escape, somebody must pay the ultimate price. Well, I think it's the buyer. It's the customers paying the ultimate price. The segment of River Song's brand new audio series, The Death and Life of River Song, Ace and Tegan, comprises of 4 full-cast audio dramas which chart the course of the 3 characters' interactions across their lifetimes. There are hauntings, monsters, and arch-villains playing games with time, but through it all, strong friendships will be forged. Okay. So, blah, blah, blah. The 4 adventures are Castaways by James Moran, Roland Moore doing Driftwood and Dead Rising, and the end is the beginning of the end. The end is a bit okay, whatever. Pretty Ace and Tegan. It's kind of a bit of a no-brainer to bring them back, and this is a good range to bring them back into. I just have no interest. Zero interest. I really do. Amazingly, yes, 0 interest. Was there any other bit of news? No. Yeah, it's like, no. Fine. Let's go back to over here where we're looking at. A terrifying Doctor Who's season 15 will have one connection to the ninth era Rusty Davis teasers. So I think this connection is going to be really lame. Like, because every time they say something and then you see it, it's really lame, right? Do you remember that scene in Dalek where it was going through all the different guns? I read it's the race that made one of the. Yeah, I'll pull up that clip. I bet it's the race that made one of those guns, right? That will be my guess. Hang on, let's have a look. I'm on the wrong thing. Hang on. There we go. Now, fine. I was in the wrong folder again. Let's try again. Doctor Who. There'll be season 1 is Dalek. It was like towards the end, right? Where he's. And I tell you, this Eccleston season was very, very not in the template of Doctor Who. So where's he? Oh, here, where he's going through all the different guns.
Broken. Air dryer.
Mr. Van Statten tends to dispose of his staff, and when he does, he wipes the memory. I kept this stuff in case I needed to fight my way out one day.
What, you in a fight? I'd like to see that.
I could do.
What are you going to do? Throw your A-levels at them? Oh, yes. Lock and load.
Yeah, okay, so I bet it's whoever made that gun, okay? That will be my guess. We'll find out. I'll find out. I'll watch it so you don't have to, right? That's basically, that's my allotted task in life. Former Doctor Who showrunner and writer reveals one element introduced in Doctor Who's in the ninth era will make a surprise return for shooting out was 15th season. Coming sooner than we think, he says. I think it's coming around May, right? Maybe. I don't care what I mean, like, frankly, I would love if it comes right after Christmas and then we will be done by the end of February. We won't have to think about this shit ever again. Oh, that'd be fantastic. And they are probably smarter to run it right after Christmas. You know why? Because when Trump is inaugurated, it's already happening, right? That the culture is massively shifting. And it's just going to get a bit more and more pronounced after Trump's inaugurated, because things are going to go very well. Again, assuming that there's not going to be an alien invasion or whatever else is going on. Remember in 2005, and we'll see the return of Gatwa's 15th Doctor following the events of 2020 seasonal special, Joy to the World or Worlds. So we'll see Gatwa joined by Millie Gibson. No, we're seeing her in flashback as she leaves, right? And Verada Seethu's new commander, Belinda, Anita Dawes, Vanessa Redgraves, Ruth Mann. None of those things interest me, right? Anita Dobbs is the closest one, but her character was kind of shit, right? And Verada Seethu was good as well. But, man, replacing Millie Gibson with that. While all eyes on Moffat's upcoming Christmas adventure, the writer teased how future adventures in 2025 will feature surprising connection with the debut season when, speaking to Radio Times, he stated, a powerful weapon that first makes an appearance in Doctor Who Season 1 and Christopher Eccleston's Doctor Who will make a surprising appearance in an episode from the new season. It's a weapon! I called it already. Despite a callback to the past season, Moffat stated that he only learned of its inclusion when an unnamed writer handed in their script, but praised the use of checkup response. I knew nothing about it until the writer handed in their magnificent script. And pow, what a comeback. Oh, God. Don't show me Rogue. Thermonuclear weapons. The Premier Rose, the Time Lord, wielded an anti-plastic solution. I doubt it, right? Dalek introduced Henry Van Statten's vault of alien artifacts, including, by the way, while we're talking about that, the best thing about Dalek was it, was it Dalek? And getting a little wizzy Will as it thinks about it. It's thinking. It's thinking. Come on. You can do it. We go back to Dalek. This is such a small detail, and I freaking loved it. Yeah. I love when you see the Cyber again. It's Revenge of the Cyberman head, but I love all the gubbins coming out of his neck. Right, it just made it seem more real.
What is it?
And if he was looking for a weapon, why didn't he use a cyber gun on his forehead?
An old friend of mine. Well, enemy. The stuff of nightmares reduced to an exhibit. I'm getting old.
Is that where the signal's coming from?
Nah, stone dead.
And you can't really see it more, but I do love all the wires and stuff coming out at the bottom. Again, that was when people like cared about Doctor Who, people making it. Yes, I bet it's that gun. A powerful blaster the Doctor threatened the lone Metaltron Dalek with. The Villain Guard developed Sonic Blaster, a modified defabricator, cataclysmic delta wave generator. No, I don't think it's any of those things. Oh God, this was so shit. Although that looks like it's gonna be quite good. That was so shit. And this is so gay. Oh, stop with the gay. While Moffat entered the powerful means shit destructibility of the object, it's also hitting the item was a powerful moment for the narrative. Both Van Saturn's Vault Blaster and the Delta Wave Generator represented the Doctor push to their limit. I mean, that was, again, a great bit of writing. As such, the weapon should be used in a moment that sees the 15th Doctor pushed to the edge. He's always pushed to the edge. Right? That's his default setting. Oh, I'm a bit of a cry, you fucking pussy. Oh, man. Well, season 15 is shrouded in much mystery. Nobody cares. It's not a mystery if nobody gives a shit, right? Many lingering questions from Gatwa's first season. Many now wonder the Catchment Eccleston's era would be, save for the return of Sutek, Maestro connection to the Toymaker, the indirect entanglement of the Villain Guard. Gatwa's era so far has no focus on original villains. Do you reckon this here? Like, I think this is his last season. I don't think they're doing season 3, right? I think if they do season 3, I don't think it's going to be with Gatwa. Do you think his reign can be without Daleks? Right? Do you think his whole era will be Dalek free? I mean, you had Pertwee's era was Cyberman free, apart from Mind of Evil. But I don't think there's been a Dalek free. One second. So, not the first Doctor, not the second Doctor, not the third Doctor, not the fourth Doctor, not the fifth Doctor, not the sixth Doctor, not the seventh Doctor. Well, you could say the eighth Doctor, but then, he mostly lived on audio. So you can say, you can't say he had no Dalek encounter. War Doctor, big finish again, lots of Daleks. Eccleston Daleks. Every Doctor's faced the Daleks, right? Other than, and I don't think they're going to be in this season. I maybe. I don't know. I really don't know. As such, many may wonder if Moffat's tease might be hinting about the return of that requires an old weapon to tackle the threat. With Joy to the World set to air on Christmas Day, it may not be long until the preview of the new Doctor Who season revives us. Well, yeah, we will be talking about that by Boxing Day. I am sure, right? I am absolutely sure. What's going on here? Doctor Who Christmas theories. What can happen during? Let's see what they're going to say. I'm intrigued. Forget presidents in Turkey. Who's writing this? Oh, it's not Hugh Fullerton. Okay. Forget presidents in turkeys and trees. We all want for traditions of Doctor Who special. Well, I'm looking for the Wallace and Gromit, actually. Luckily, Joy of the World isn't far away, and thanks to the teasers and the tidbits from Stephen Moffat and Rossi Davis and the full cast list, we now have been veiled. We can now get a speculate. Okay, Dodo, what do you want to say? There's a Silurian, there's a dinosaur, there's a character named Bond Girl. What's not to love? Shooty Gatwa, frankly. What do we know so far? There's a suitcase in the Christmas special that has something to do with the corporation Villain Guard. Yeah, if that blows up, it could blow up all reality or something, whatever. There's just huge stakes, as always. Throughout Moffat's episodes, in particular, Villain Guard has grown in importance from a casual mention to an all-out evil. They've been mentioned twice at the beginning, being a big bad villain for season 15. Could be. Right? I mean, man, Sutik just died a death, didn't he? Well, Harris, they filmed all this before they saw the first season was a complete failure. It certainly doesn't seem outside the realm of possibility. Well, outside the possibility, where'd it go? Well, Joy to the World will surely have its own self-contained story. Doctor Who Christmas specials, including Church and Ruby Road, often set up mysteries for the oncoming art. And I still quite enjoyed Church and Ruby Road. I'm kind of amazed about. Most prominently, the ongoing mystery of Mrs. Flood. I don't really care. Although maybe it's something to do with the Guardians. Maybe she's like, the Guardian of Order, right? And we're gonna because it's not called the Black Guardian, it's called the Guardian of Chaos now. Maybe that. I don't know. Villain seems to like the idea. Like the ideal way to do that, to carry it through. If that does happen, we would expect Moffat to be back to write one or more episodes of season 15. I expect he is as well. Although he's claimed that Joy to the World will be his last episode. He always claims that. It's always been worth taking those claims like this with a pinch of salt. Maybe we'll see him back sooner than we think. A Bond connection. Now, again, I really like the Dracula series they did, right, for Christmas about 5-10 years ago, because I felt like Sherlock Holmes, Dracula's very Christmassy. He's got especially the Hammer Dracula, and that covered all four eras of Dracula. It was a bit woke in the first one with the Van Helsing being a nun, right? But for me, that was fine. Honestly, it felt like a very traditional Hammer Dracula movie, but I think James Bond is also in that ballpark. When I wish they would do a TV version, like Sherlock, but with the Bond books, right, for TV. I bet that would be great. I'm surprised that Ian doesn't want to do that. When looking at current characters, James Bond fans might notice the recognized name Sylvia Trench, played by Naima Mary Smith. Sylvia Trench was the first Bond girl to be introduced in the hit film franchise. Originally played by Eunice Grayson, Trench appeared in the first two Bond films, Doctor No and Rush for Love, alongside Sean Connery. Okay, so what's this got to do? So could a Bond character or a version of her appear in... I don't know. So Sylvia Trench is the name of the character. Well, let's see what Naima Mary Smith looks like. All right, do they look vaguely similar? She's not white, right? Oh no, I'm amazed. She is white. I take that back. Yeah, I can see it being the same character. I could totally see it being the same character. Where is this? Yeah, okay, fine. I can see it being the same character. But I think it's just going to be a wink, isn't it? It's not be a major plot point. So going to make it. So could a Bond character or a version of her appear in the Doctor Who Christmas special, or even a tribute to her? Doctor Who has definitely paid homage to Bond before, not least with Jodie Whittaker's. Oh, fuck off! Oh no! Don't mention that Jodie Whittaker. We also know that Moffat is a big fan of Bond. He even previously devised a WSO movie. Well, yeah, what's their movie idea? Did we get a? That's more interesting than this. Well, what do we know about it? Okay, when was this from? 3 years ago. Steve was under cosh with Doctor Who, and we're under orders not to talk about Doctor Who or Sherlock. It was a night off, so of course we talked about James Bond. Yeah, again, this is why I like Mark Cannis, right? describing the idea is they gave the working title of All the Time in the World. Oh, nice title. We have all the time in the world. Michael said it was quite nice. He confessed that the pair had even taken up on their pitch. It was unlikely it would make it to screen how they envisioned. But wouldn't it be great if they did a TV version, right? You've got all the thrill of being part of Bond, and you realize that you are one cog in a very big machine, and you're going to get overwritten, explained. Okay. Meanwhile, Gaz also adds on advice to which direction the Bond franchise should go in with the departure of Daniel Craig after his 5 films and 15 years as Bond, claiming the lighter approach will be should be adopted going forward. That's why I always said Tom Hiddleston. It would be a great Bond. He's a perfect Bond for this age. What they need to do is respond. Yeah, and you know what? I hope they take the Superman movie, which I hope is going to be very successful, as a touchstone. Which is, I think it's going to be lighthearted. I think it's going to be fun. All right, I just think that's the way it's going to go. It doesn't mean that doesn't mean they have to be out and out silly. I just think they need to be light. Yeah, a bit of charm, right? They need to find a lighter actor, have a bit more fun with it. Well, again, Aaron Taylor-Joy, who is bombing horribly in Craven. Oh, my son just went back to Gaza today, right? And he said he WhatsApped me and said he thought he went to go and see Craven last night with his wife. And he said it was awful. I'm like, why didn't he ask me? I would have told you to stay away from it. Even Gladiator 2 would have been better. Right, and that was shit. Amazing Mr. Bond from Sky and Mezzleton. He's got another horror story coming out this year. Okay, fine. A new recurring character? I doubt it. I kind of recognize the actor, but I doubt it. Jonathan Harris. There's certainly a precedent for Doctor Who introducing new returning characters. Perhaps you could even call it a tradition. Catherine Tate's Donna Noble to Millie Gibson's Ruby. So, well, okay, Catherine Tate wasn't supposed to be the companion. It was supposed to be Penny, right? And as Russell T Davies was writing, he said, well, this is just like Catherine Tate. This is like Donna, right? And then I think they met each other at a party, and it turned out that she would love to do more. He just assumed that she was done. She wouldn't do more. And that Penny's character was killed in Partners in Crime. Right, she was the other person investigating. We're not about Nicola Coughlin's Joy here, but our eyes on Jonathan Harris's character, the Silurian hotel manager, who has appeared prominently in it. Well, again, because he's like a very recognizably agent. I want to say, what's he look like without the makeup on? Yeah, John Harris. Because I'm sure I recognize the actor. That's who it is. Yeah, he's the guy from Sherlock. That's who it is. I remember now. Right. He was the kind of obsessed with Sherlock or something. I thought it was him. There you go. I just couldn't remember where it was from. I don't think so. With the Doctor's next spin-off, The War Between Land and the Sea, set to focus on the Sea Devils and Silurians, could we see more of them? Well, he seems like a very mild-mannered Silurian, doesn't he? Parallel or alternative universe? God, I hope not. Like, man, that idea is so incredibly tired now. Oh, honestly, it's done, right? It was done by the time they did The Flash, which was, not stellar, right? But it's been done for a long time, right? It was done. It worked well in Spider-Man Far From Home, or whatever it was called. No Way Home. I can't remember, right? But it's done, right? It's done. Something Christmas says they will have to save Christmas everywhere all at once, suggesting the timeline might have to step outside the universe to save all of it. Again, stop. I hope they don't. It sounds like the sort of shitty idea they would do. Again, this was written 3 years ago, or 2 years ago, right? When the world was very different. This was written before Bud Light. When it be the first time Doctor has dealt with parallel universes, there's one thing Moffat is keen on. It's a bit of a wibbly-wobbly, timey-wimey madness. Oh, shut up. Also, there's a little clue that Disney Plus recently gave us about Joy to the Worlds. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I think I'm intrigued to see what was really going on with that. While fans assumed that plural worlds was an error, the Disney Doctor whose social media made comments indicate it was something else. Yeah, but we thought they're just covering their asses. Mrs. Blood, no, she's not on the cast list, but it doesn't mean A surprise appearance from Mrs. Flood is definitely ruled out. Well, I think it probably is, but Archie made her first appearance in the Church on Ruby Road last year. Christmas special, rocking a fur coat that wouldn't be out of place in an East 70 music video. Could she back for the Christmas? I doubt it. Death? What? This might be a bit of a mad and morbid one, but there's always a room for a bit of tragedy on Doctor TV at Christmas. I mean, yeah, like I'm watching the Downton Abbey Christmas specials. There's a lot of tragedy going on there. Just look at the soaps. More melodramatic, the Doctor Who fans have been calling out for a bit more mortal danger in recent years. Pat Moffat, king of breaking Whovian hearts, will be the man to... The only person they could really kill off is Nicola Coughlan. And that would be weird. Never forget Kylie Minogue's death scene in Voyage of the Damned. That was actually very good. Moffat has already teased that Coughlan is set to give us a devastating turn as joy and joy to the world. Probably, yeah, probably will, right? Probably will. I agree with you. Right? What's it going to be like? I like, will it be more queer shit? I mean, that's really the question. Will it be more queer, hateful shit, right? I don't know. I don't know. Dr. Alex is here. He was here. Now he's gone. I don't know, right? I really don't know. My name's Tzvi Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe. And ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop.